Hi, how you doing today? Yeah, I'm in a weird setting because, well, I tried to go. I think he's done. I was trying to wait for him to, get off the litter box because, he was right by where I record stuff. And I didn't want to be recording stuff with him just, right there, trying to go to the bathroom and whatnot. But anyway, I apologize for not getting back on the last video I made for my dreams. I had a whole bunch of dreams after that too, and I was like, no, I gotta wait and finish that one because I just do, And so I was holding back, thinking on all these other ones, and I forgot every single one. At some point, I remember I had a baby. I don't know. But the last one, where this would have been the part 3 without my weird drunken videos in between. Yeah, every other weekend I like to party, okay? And I take a lot of videos for some reason. Drunk me videos even more than original me, which I don't video that much actually. I don't know what you call this. I call it video, so it's as simple as that. And don't mind my pimple. You know what though? I am minding my pimple because I actually like that. It looks like one of those nice little dots, People that have those little dots and they're just like, oh, look at that little dot. What is it called? A beauty mark? Beauty mark or something. I don't know. And then people get their lips pierced way up here. I'm kind of digging it down there. Sometimes it looks like my lipstick blends in and there's a freckle. But anyway, I don't know. I always be talking the most shit. What I meant to be doing was starting my videos now, hopefully, if I remember, with hey, here I am, and what the video is about, making a kind of intro thing, and then apart from that, actually finishing them because I know I got to somewhere on my dreams one where I tell you about my dreams, and I got to, I think I didn't even watch it, I'm just remembering off the top of my head, somewhere about Africa. And sorry, I'm in my little Game of Thrones thing. Thrones. What's a throne? Is there such thing as a throne? I can't English. But anyway, so I don't know if I can remember it anymore, to be honest. I'm not just gonna make some shit up. But we landed in Africa. Or it wasn't Africa, it was somewhere like Africa. It looked like Africa. And I think it was something like I couldn't move yet. Yeah. I was paralyzed from a snake. They cut my arm off because it was messed up. And some of my spine. And gave me a cool robot arm. And I was starting to be able to move and stuff. We get to Africa looking area in the plane, and then they all got out the plane, the rest of the people, the ones that weren't thrown out because they being rapists. Why are you texting me bullshit? Not you. I mean, whoever's texting me. But, so then I finally awaken and I'm like, I can move and stand up. And it was an amazing new world. Not really. I went outside and I was like, ooh, it's hot. It's it's hot and sweaty. I was like, I don't like it here. I was like, by the way, if sweat gets in my robot arm, what happens? What if I get my robot arm wet? Do I get electrocuted? I don't know. But, yeah, I'm still home. Sorry. But, I'm not, I'm replying to my text, sorry, like they are, like, I don't know, popping up on my screen, I can't reply, but I'm trying to finish this video real quick, before I go. So, I go outside and I'm like, ooh, it's hot and sweaty, ooh, I don't like it here, and they were like, shut up, and then, no they weren't, they were like, bow down to our master and savior, because, well, the other ones weren't, but the one guy was, he was like, she's gonna save us, and I was like, oh shit, because nobody wants to hear that. Nobody ordinary wants to hear that shit. They're like, oh God. You know what happens to people who become saviors, right? Saviors. They get guillotined. Normally. We don't really do much today, but back in the day, they get guillotined. And, so anyway, I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. And he explained to me about the snake, you know, the snake that bit me, and how I lived, and so, like, all the times, like, I can see through something else's eyes, like, following, that's, like, the snake following. So the snake knows where we are, and it will always know where I am, and I won't always know where it is, because I'm just not that cool, but I can, like, look through its eyes when I want to, and, so he had me, like, practicing that. And I was like, I think it's getting closer, because areas are now starting to look more like, I know it went across a big body of water, and a snake that big, I mean, I guess if it was salt water, they're more buoyant. But if it's not salt water, can a huge snake, like, literally, like, because at some point in time, I make, like, a freaking saddle for the snake, okay? And I sit right behind its head. Which doesn't make any sense, because the G-force of a snake, like, attacking people is, like, every time it goes to attack something, I'm like, ugh. I'm like, I'm glad I got a fake spine. Ugh. But, like, for real. But where else can you put it? Because, like, it ain't no dragon. It don't walk on legs. So, you know, if it rolls around your saddle, like, just slides off, and, like, we tried many saddle approaches, like, you know, the first one was like that, just a regular saddle, kind of being holding on to its little spikies, like, we even, like, punched holes in the little spikies to make straps go through, but the force of the snake sliding on the ground, I just gradually, like, slide off of it. I'd just be like, like, as the snake started moving, I'd just be, like, sliding down towards the tail, and I'm like, oh, well, and end up on the ground. So, behind the head was the only thing that would work, but then every time, I guess it made my body stronger, because I can withstand this G-force now of, like, riding this snake, because imagine a snake like that striking something. You know how snakes that are like, pa-chow, pa-chow, pa-chow. So, like, I mean, that G-force on a humongous snake that can, like, snatch airplanes out of the sky is, like, I would have to be crazy, you know? So they're like, and, like, no other people can do that. So I guess that's partly why my body was changing and stuff. It was stronger and whatnot, so he was teaching me how to fight. Oh my god, I forgot about this, though. Jeez, I got ahead of myself. Before all that, before I could, like, move around very good, they were, like, setting up a camp, and the guy was like, now that you're awake, I mean, you could tell the snake not to kill us, so we're gonna, like, we thought we were gonna, like, land, and now we're gonna set up camp and whatnot. And, in this area where they didn't think any, like, dragons or other snakes were, so, because it was a very vast plains, like, you could see them before they got to you, and so, plus they needed that to land the airplane, and, but they were all doing something, and this was, like, when I first got out, you know, like, they saw me walking around, and the one guy was just like, leave her alone, and I was, like, trying to, like, walk around, and I'm like, ew, I was like a baby deer, and then I was, like, behind some rocks, and I don't know how you don't see a snake that freaking big, but it, like, scared the hell out of me. And then, I mean, it was gigantic, and it was like white and like the color of my hair, the scales, in like a pattern of like, I mean, it looked more like a rattlesnake type pattern, or like I said, one of those like Gibbons vipers or something. Although I don't know if they have a pattern, but they do have those crazy cool scales. But it like pretty much, I couldn't move very good, and I fell over, and it like swallowed me, not all the way, and I like blacked out. So then I woke up, and I was like, uh, it was sleeping on the ground. It was nighttime, like with its mouth open, and I was in its mouth. Like somehow it must have swallowed me feet first. I don't know. I think I was tucked up in a little ball actually. I was like, you know, and it was it. I had to just like climb out of its mouth, which was actually really hard because like it was slippery. And I was like, can I even get out of here? And it didn't mean to kill me. It meant to just bring me somewhere else, away from the other people, until I could tell it what to do, I guess. So then I realized, like, I'm practicing with the snake. Like, it woke up and I thought I was going to die again. And I realized it was like my buddy now. And I was like, oh my God, I am the coolest person on earth. I was, though. I did really think that, like, in my dream. I was like, it's not like, I'm not like freaking Khaleesi out here, but like, hot damn. Like, the snakes were bigger than the dragons in this world. The dragons were smaller, and the snakes were gigantic. I'm not saying that makes me better than anybody, but my snake was freaking gigantic. It was like the BBC of snakes. And, so, I realized I could have just hung on to it the whole time, but like I said, I was still getting a hang of my robot arm and stuff. And I realized I could hang on to its scales, and I was like, can you take me back, because I don't know where it is, to where the people are, you know, because I need to eat like food and drink water. And so it did. And like they all freaked out, you know. And then I was like, look, and then the guy was just like standing there like, yeah, he was like, I knew it. And I was like, no, don't kill them. Not yet. But anyway, you know.